What's up, guys? It is JBeebs here, and welcome to the first episode of a new series. So basically, in this series, just like the one I did with the quarterbacks on my channel previously, I'm gonna be going and doing this fantasy draft, and I will be selecting 53 running backs. I will then be going into their player cards, changing their positions in order to field a 53-man roster team. So now let's start building this team. I got the 10th pick. I don't think that really matters that much as far as running backs go, because I think Christian McCaffrey's there regardless. Yeah. Alright. I'm going to go with Josh Jacobs here. So this series is going to be rough because if you watch the quarterback one, obviously I had a quarterback. However, on this team, we don't really have we don't have a true quarterback, so that limits our offense. But these players are good enough athletes where it should not really matter really on the defensive side, because they should just be good enough all-around athletes. So we should be able to run. It's gonna be tough kind of figuring out who the quarterback's gonna be. Another big key piece is to take these younger running backs, just because, I mean, they have potential to be so good. Alright, I think now we're just going to search for a development trait. Yep, I'll take a Cordell Patterson. Development traits are huge in kind of experiments like this, just because you need those players, you just need their overalls to increase pretty much as quickly as possible. Oh wait, I gotta take Raheem Mostert, purely for the speed. Alright. Zach Moss. He's up to hidden, nice. Oh, I really hope I can get AJ Dillon. I really hope he's still there, because he is a beast. Yep. Another nice thing is that with running backs, there is such a diverse group of athletes, from size to speed to skill sets. Whereas with the quarterbacks, there's pretty much your scramblers and then your pocket passers. But all these running backs, I mean, realistically we can create a pretty well-rounded team. I think it's hilarious how Jordan Howard is a 66 overall and a star. Another really nice thing is with the quarterbacks, there wasn't that many, quarterbacks actually had development traits that weren't just normal, just because they go so quickly. So with having all these running backs, having star, superstar, it's gonna be so helpful. Just developing the team. I mean, getting these rookies, I mean, especially a lot of running backs are just very well-rounded athletes. So you can have, obviously, we're going to have lots of power backs to play offensive line, defensive line, maybe linebacker. But we're still going to have all these quick guys to play running back, wide receiver, tight end, maybe even. So the really positive thing is we just picked their 16th round, and we still have only been taking players that obviously are either hidden or have star. Because, I mean, realistically, development traits really the only thing that matters with this team. There's a certain player I'm looking for. I hope he hasn't been taken yet. There we go, Royce Freeman. did a little bit of research. He has the highest kick power, I'm pretty sure, of running backs. So I had to make sure to take him to be our okay, so we're back to regular. To be our kicker. And now we just go for athletes. Like Todd Gurley. Good size, decent speed. Definitely gonna take Leonard Fournette. Nice, again, quick and big. This team realistically is just gonna be a team of athletes who are throughout the season will develop into their respective positions. I also think it's gonna be very interesting to see how the other teams react to this. You know, like obviously, we just saw a bunch of running backs just went off the field there. But how many other teams of the other teams are actually gonna have like quality running backs? Obviously, there's gonna be a couple, but I mean, they're only really gonna have a running back. I think around 30, we'll switch from taking these speedier backs to more physical backs. Just because you really want to have a good balance anytime you do experiments like this.
The Raiders are now on the clock.
Another nice thing with really just all this happening is, I mean, these players can change positions. Like, just because the positions they have at the beginning of the season, that definitely does not mean that's what they're going to finish with. Because I do sometimes try to move things around a little bit, try to kind of change up the team. I don't want to say identity, just kind of the team shape.
The Raiders are now on the clock.
And it's going to be tough figuring out where all these players are actually going to end up going. Because we do have a lot of players who probably could play multiple positions. Alright, now we're done kind of picking those speedier backs. Pick 10 or so more stronger. Where is it? They seriously don't have run. I thought they had run block. Alright, we'll just go for strength. We'll just get a bunch of very, very, very strong players. Alright, down to Foreman. I don't know about you guys, I am very excited for kind of how this is actually gonna play out. Like the quarterback one, obviously we played very well, got all the way to the Super Bowl and won it. But I mean, we had an actual quarterback. We had Russell Wilson, Drew Brees, or Tom Brady. I mean, with this, we don't really have. We don't have a quarterback. And that's the other thing I have to decide. Do I try to go for the guy with the best quarterback stats? Or do I try to put someone who's going to gain a lot of XP in there? But we'll have to make those decisions eventually. And we can worry about that in the future, because as of now, we're still just trying to build this team. I am slightly concerned that we will run out of it will essentially just run out of running backs to take. I don't know if that's going to happen, but if that does end up happening, I'm just going to default to fullbacks. Oh, gotta take Elijah Holyfield, son of Evander Holyfield.
Are now on the clock.
Alrighty. This team's actually coming together, I think. Don't know.
Are now on the clock.
And obviously I won't really know until I mess around a little bit, change positions around, and do all of that. I mean, right now we're on. That's our 39th running back that we've taken.
Are now on the clock.
And I don't think we really have anywhere on the roster where it's really a weakness. I mean, I feel like
The Raiders are now on the clock.
this team's it's gonna be very interesting. The team's definitely not gonna lack the athleticism. I think it'll just be a matter of skills.
The Raiders are now
For
on
example, on defense, are they gonna be able to play zone coverage or man coverage well? Probably not. But they're fast enough, they're athletic enough that they might just make something happen. You never know.
are now on the clock.
Alright, so I think we're going to take 3 more power backs. And then just kind of try to look and find some random stats that just might end up being useful.
The Raiders are now on the clock.
It's so funny,
The Raiders
just kind of
are now on the clock.
how the rating systems work. Like, some of these players have been searching by strength. Some of these players have been listed as elusive backs. I mean, Kenneth Dixon, has the most strength left. He's technically an elusive back.
The Raiders are now on
Alright, so now I think I actually don't know what I'm gonna look for here. Awareness. You should get 3 players with the highest awareness. Probably get someone with actually, you know, I don't think I should have to worry about kick return. I just don't think I should actually have to worry about that, just because of the fact that we have so many athletes, and it's very likely that one of these players actually has very good kick return.
The Raiders are now on the clock.
Alright, now let's see, what should we look for? Catching. Mizzle Senior.
The Raiders are now on the clock.
I'll take a couple more catching. We'll take one more catching running back. Then we'll take a short route runner, medium route runner, and a deep route runner to kind of finish off this draft. That's the short route running. 66. 67. Alright. Yeah, we'll take Mark Walton Jr. I would take the player with the best medium route running. And then deep route running, and we're all set. Oh, so would have ended up taking him anyway.
The Raiders are now on the clock.
So, starting to wrap up this draft. This is actually going to be... This will be pretty interesting. So I don't know what this team's going to end up looking like. I don't think you guys know what this team's going to end up looking like. And it's just going to be a giant mystery. And then we'll just take the worst quarterback. Just because, I mean, this guy's getting cut anyway. Alright, so that is going to conclude the draft. Alright, let's look at... Yep. Team's a little broken right now. As you would expect. Alright, now let's cut that quarterback.
This is the player card. Here you can see your player's strengths.
Alright, so I'm gonna go offline a little bit, go through and edit these edit the positions, and I'll feel you guys back in once I do. Alright guys, I'm back. So I went through and I edited the team, and we've actually ended up being a 36 overall. We have a 48 overall offense and a 23 overall defense. Now I'm going to take you through the depth chart. At quarterback, we have Reggie Bonifon with DJ Foster as the backup. Halfback, we have Christian McCaffrey as our starter. We also have Trenton Cannon and Darius Bradwell. Our starting fullback will be Leonard Fournette, and our actual fullback will be Mark Walton Jr. Wide receivers, we have Cordell Patterson, Naheem Hines, DeAndre Swift, Taquan Mizzle Sr., Boobie Williams, and TJ Logan. At tight end, we have Miles Sanders, Todd Gurley, and Adrian Peterson. Left tackles, we've got Jordan Howard and Elijah Holyfield. Left guard, Joe Mixon and Wes Hills. Center, Chris Warren III and Myles Gaskin. Right guard, we have AJ Dillon and Kenneth Farrow. And Damian Williams and Amir Abdullah are our right tackles. On the defensive side, left end, we got Destrez Newsome at left end, along with Benny LeMay. At right end, we have Travis Homer and Jordan Scarlett. Fournette is our D tackle, along with Samaja Perine, DeLance Turner, and Alex Barnes. At left outside linebacker, we have Clyde Edwards-Helaire, along with Kenneth Dixon. At middle linebacker, we have Rod Smith, James Robinson, and Dontrell Hilliard. At right outside linebacker, we have Raheem Mostert and Jonathan Williams. At corner, we have Tony Pollard, Josh Jacobs, Zach Moss, Khalif Muhammad, and Matt Breida. Free safety, we have Dante Foreman, Bryce Love, and Nathan Cottrell. At strong safety, we have Siwu Olanula and Ty Johnson. Royce Freeman's our kicker. Elijah McGuire's our punter. Cordell Patterson will be taking over the kicking and punting return duties. Royce Freeman will be a kickoff specialist. AJ Dillon's the long snapper. Christian McCaffrey will not only be our starting running back, but our third down back and our power back. And Cordell Patterson will be our slot wide receiver. Detrez Newsome will be our rush left end. James Robinson, our rush right end. And Leonard Fournette, our rush D tackle. At sub linebacker, we have Raheem Mostert. And at slot corner, we have Tony Pollard. So yeah, this team is surprisingly good in my opinion. We have done a very good job of drafting this team, editing the positions. I feel like this team could actually be somewhat decent. So I hope you all have enjoyed this episode. If you want to see the rest of how the series turns out, make sure you subscribe to the channel. And it is J Beebs, signing off.